Alright, Madden 10, I want to talk about wide receivers adjusting to the ball to make a catch in both of these games. Now, to me, I'm going to play this at speed. This is what really makes your elite receivers better than your average guys. The ability to use your entire skill set. Your speed, your agility, your vision, your awareness, your hands, your footwork, everything in tandem seamlessly to adjust to a ball and make a catch. Now, the problem in video game football is this is all done via animations, but it's also one of the most simplistic things, and that's why when you look at this and you see how rough of a time Madden has with this, you don't know if you can really trust EA Sports to deal with the complexities of NFL football if this is how it replicates something so simple. This is going to be a crossing route, and in crossing routes and slant routes, in real life, you have to worry about linebackers, cornerbacks, safeties immediately hitting you once you catch the ball. It does make some receivers get what they call alligator arms. In video game football, you're not worried about the personal safety of your player. You lead your receivers into defensive players all the time. It doesn't seem to matter. But we're going to take a look at how Calvin Johnson uses his footwork to get in position to catch this ball. And really, this showcases some of the problems Madden has in terms of lack of animation and lack of transitions. Now, you see Calvin Johnson is in a full stride here. In order to catch this ball, you see where it's going to land, he should start making shorter, controlled steps to slow his speed, put his hands out, and make a catch. Instead, in Madden, you get things like this. You see here he goes from his full stride to this no ground touch foot movement. I don't even know what you would call this. But out of a full sprint, this happens. His momentum almost completely stops, and it allows him to catch a one-handed pass. Now, something that I don't know if many people noticed in Madden is how the wide receiver's hand directly impacts the route of the ball. And now that I've shown you this, next time you play the game, I really do want you to take a look at how often this happens. Take a look at the trajectory of the ball. This ball, as it gets close to the receiver, turns on its side. This is something that never happens in real life. It's literally impossible to throw a ball to do this. But again, animation transitions in this game are very crude, very rough, and it relies on the game making subtle changes like this to the ball's path in order to make things look realistic and even. There is no way you could throw a ball in any sport to turn like this. Kickers can't kick a ball to turn like this. This is perhaps the most telling angle of how this ball has to move in order to be caught. Again, lack of animations controlling this game. Now, just to continue with this play, we already know that Calvin Johnson is completely extended, one-handed to catch this ball. He should have no speed, no momentum, no strength. He only has one foot on the ground. Yet again, he's able to break a tackle regardless of skill level in the game. This is something that simply should not happen. He should not be able to break this tackle. However, in Madden 10, the animations being the issue, the transitions being the issue, it easily happens. It allows him to go down and pick up another yard. Maybe not so much of a big point in this situation, but if this is something, again, if we're going to replicate, simulate, emulate NFL football, things that don't need to happen. Again, a very simple play, going through it rather slow. You see the ability of the game not being able to slow a wide receiver, not being able to properly animate into a catch, and then not being able to properly animate a tackle. Instead, these very crude, elementary animation transitions that ultimately take a lot of the realism out of this game.